Hello, let's make a loaf of sourdough discard sandwich bread. I start with my mixer bowl on the scale. We're going to first add 7 grams of yeast, 20 grams of sugar, 250 grams of warm water. You're going to mix that up and wait about 4 to 5 minutes. You want it to have a nice foamy top before you mix the rest of the ingredients. From there, we have our next bowl. 525 grams of flour is added. I like to use organic, unbleached flour. Any brand is fine. Next, about 6 grams of salt. You can add more. Mix it all up real good. Next, we're going to add some butter. The butter can be room temp or you can melt it like I did. It's not melted all the way, but I just like to melt it. I don't know why, but it doesn't matter. And then we have our sourdough discard. We're going to add about 100 grams of that, along with about 30 grams of honey. Sometimes I add more, sometimes I add less. It just depends on how I'm feeling. I normally don't measure anything, to be honest, but now we have our foamy mixture there of yeast. We're going to add our butter and our honey to the yeast mixture. Mix it up for a little bit. Now we're going to add in our flour mixture. Get everything mixed in pretty good. You want to let that mixer run for about 6 or 7 minutes. While it's mixing, get you some oil. I normally spray it, but I didn't have any spray, so I had to do it by hand. Get that bowl slippery. There's our finished product. You poke it, it's not sticking to your fingers. You are in business. You want to transfer that dough to that greased bowl. And playing with dough is like playing with Play-Doh to me. I just like to mess with it. So I flip it around a couple times, turn it into a ball, mess with it a little bit. Get some cling plastic wrap, throw it over it, and then put a towel on top of that. And we're waiting. While we wait, we want to grease up our pan. We want to wait until the dough is fully doubled, at least doubled. See that? That's probably about 2 hours there. Maybe an hour and a half, depending on how warm the house is. But the dough has doubled. We're now going to flatten it a little bit, get that air out of there. My fingers still have oil on them from doing the pan. A little oil on the countertop there. And now we're going to push the remainder bubbles out if we have any air pockets. Flatten it out. Make sure it matches the width of your baking pan. Get it nice and flat. A lot of times my loaves are big on one side and small on the other. Like I haven't figured it out. I've used a rolling pin and everything, but this is quick and easy here. My kids don't care how it looks as long as it tastes good. Once we get it all perfect to our likings, we're going to throw it in a pan, throw some plastic over it and a towel. Let that sit for probably about another 30-45 minutes. You want it to rise just above the top of that pan there. But we want to set our oven for 350 degrees. And when it's ready to go in, we pop it in and let it bake for about 40 minutes. It should be nice golden brown, like you see here. This bread is soft and squishy, but will not fall apart. Perfect for a sandwich. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.